Alrighty then, hello everyone and welcome to this video. This video will contain spoilers for the public server that I will be hosting for palworld. Will be released on Friday, and if you don't want to see the spoilers, then I would suggest you click away this video. So again, this video will contain spoilers for the public palworld server that I will be hosting, with custom settings and whatnot, and what you can expect. So again, if you don't want to see the spoilers and you want to just go in blind, then please click away of this video. If you don't care about spoilers, then stick around and I'll show you what you can expect for this particular server. So here we are in palworld 1.0, and now with the patch it's 1.01 or something like that, or 0.1 or whatever. Anyway, so here we have the public palworld server, and oh my god, these Cativas are just so annoying. Shut up. Oh no. Okay, fine. You go to sleep. So, I really did not mean to hit that one, but anyway. Okay, hold on, let me get my wanted out of the way. So you can see things have changed, and I have gotten myself into a lot of stars in the past, but yeah, now they have changed that. So there we go, I'm no longer wanted. So, and as you can see, they have respawned as well. So the respawn is relatively quickly in general, just in case you have one of these trolls that keep killing the guards and whatnot. They respawn quite fast, so you don't have to worry about that. So when you come in the server, you will already notice a couple of changes. And before I go over there, I'll explain a couple of things. So the server stats have been modified, and I'll try to pull them up for you in a second. Just give me some time to actually open it up, and then config palworld. So here are the additional server settings. So we got the server name and the welcome message, and this is basically all default yada 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 stuff. Not really interested, but what you are probably interested in these settings. So when you die, you will lose nothing. So you can die as many times as you want. Able player to player damage has been disabled, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you, oh, I'm gonna kill you, yeah, disabled. Then we have friendly fire disabled as well, and unknown knock, whatever the fuck, nope. Then we have invaders abled, and you will get some extra rewards if you complete it. Let's see, able PAL aim assist, or pad aim assist, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that is abled. Keyboard aim assist, yes, that's also abled. I have no idea how it works, but anyway. Drop limit has been reduced to 3500 because we want to keep the server a little bit smooth. This hasn't been touched. Now this has changed, so the maximum bases per alliance and also per player, because I'm unable to split this. So keep that in mind. If you are in a alliance, you will have less bases available. You will have 5 maxed out. Players will also have 5. So if you have 2 players in a guild, you only have like half the bases to work with individually. Like, oh, I want everybody their own base. Yeah, you're gonna have an issue with that because that is shared. So if you have 5 bases and your partner has 5 bases, then half of that will be gone because you will have 10 bases in total, and that's gonna be limited to 5. So keep that in mind. Work pals and base is cranked up to 40. We may choose to increase that in the future or lower that in the future. We're not sure, but we will make a post on the Discord, which you can find under this one right here. So you can see server announcements. And then you'll get every little bit of announcement that is done on the server. If there's like a problem, if it does an auto reset. So these are automated messages. As you can see, there's an app, and you'll see the name of the server and what time is scheduled. So if it's gonna do a restart and you get kicked and there's an issue, you'll be able to find it under the server host announcements, in case you were wondering. So you can check the channel, you can follow it, you can add it to your own community if you wish to do so. However, the automated messages for the app itself, which will be the server host, which will be this thing, will not share if you follow the channel. If you want to add the server announcement for the public server, you'll have to make a web hook and I'll have to add it to the scheduler. But just give me a poke like, hey, I would like this specific server to be messaged on my Discord, and then I'll help you set it up. I will require admin access to your Discord server because I will have to make a specific custom code that I will need to have this thing communicate with your Discord. So just to give you a heads up, you can remove the thingy afterwards, but because I'm hooking this thing up to your Discord, I'll have to have access to do that and set it up for you. Because I'm not gonna like import any codes that you're gonna give me, because again, this is also paid and so on and so on. Anyway, not important. So these are just simply the settings that we're currently running. Feel free to pause if you want to read up on something. PvP is disabled, as I mentioned. And it is a multiplayer. And you can see some of the other settings that we have here. Yeah, there's no more importing of global palbox on the server. You can still upload, but you cannot download them. I have that disabled. It's probably lower in the list. So you can allow sharing to or saving to global palbox is enabled, but allowing input from global palbox is disabled for the server for specific reasons. And the server you level quite fast, but you'll see that in a bit in the multiplier section. So basically this has all been kept default. There was another section that I forgot to swirl over. It is custom or cross-platform. You can see that right here. And you'll see here what devices it will support. So it's Steam, Xbox, PS5, and Mac. And yeah, Mac is there. Like some people go like, remove it. He's like, yeah, nope. Anyway, so yeah, we've gone over this one. And then we're going to look at the multiplier. So there are a lot of changes. So daytime is relatively slow, and night is default speed because people like to play in daylight. So that's why the daytimes last a little longer than nighttime. Nighttime is default. I am not going to speed that up because some pals can only be caught at night. So that's been left to default. Experience rate has been cranked up from 1.0 to 2.5, so you get a little bit more XP. Pal capture rate has been increased from 1 to 3, so you have a higher chance to capture them, especially in the beginning. Makes it a little bit easier to get started because, again, we have base rates like active. Pal appearance rate, I cranked it up just also slightly, so it's 1.5 instead of 1.0. So just a little bit more pals, you know, because in the server and so on. This is default, that's default. This has been reduced by half. This has been increased by half. This one has been decreased by half. This one has been doubled. Instead of 1, it's 2. This one is default, default, default. This one has been halved. This one has been halved. So you have a little bit more stamina to deal with stuff. And pal hunger rate has also been reduced, so your pal don't get that hungry that fast. This one has been bumped up by half. This one has doubled. This one is zeroed out, so structure damage multiplier is 0. So as long as you stay within your base range, you will have no worries. If you go outside of your range, your base will decay. Let that sink in. When you build out outside of your base range, you will have a decaying base. You can test it by hitting it to see if it takes damage or not. If it doesn't take damage, it's safe. If it does take damage, it's not safe. So you can see structure decay rate has been bumped up a little. So it decays a little bit faster because it's a public server. People will build everywhere, and we do want to keep the server clean. So it's been bumped up by half. Now, gather multiplier, that has been increased by 5, so you should get 5 items per kill. Gathering object HP has also been increased. So you can hit the same target for a little bit more resources. Yeah, basically you can see what it does. So work speed has been increased just a little bit. You know, just to speed up your progress a little bit. You don't want to be hammering for like 5 hours on a thingy. So we increased that from 1 to 3. And then item weight has been reduced from 1.0 to 0.25. Just so you can carry a little bit more, because you get more resources. We also want you to be able to carry a little bit more. So the weight has been reduced. It's not unlimited. You do have a little bit of weight, you know, because again, multiple players on the server mining the same node, and some nodes are going to be hard to obtain. So we want to make sure that you don't stay there for the entire day, emptying out the server, and let other people just stand there waiting for it to respawn. So none of that. So we do add some weight, so you will be forced to go back to your base at some point. So we did left the weight a little bit on there to force people to go back to their base, just in case to get overweight. You know, we don't want people to have like a million stacks of 9,999 stacks in their inventory. So that's why there's a little bit of weight here. So yeah, duration of equipment has been halved. That's default. That's been halved. That's been increased. Or was this default? I think this... no, this has been increased. I think. Can't remember in all honesty. I think these are still roughly default. I don't think I've touched the last bit though. Like these two, I don't think I touched. I can't really remember in honesty what default is. But yeah, that's basically the server settings. So now you know what the settings are. And again, this server will be available on Friday. So when you start, if you choose the location right here, the starting zone, then this is what you can expect. You have the view. First you collect the tower, and then you talk to this person right here. And then if you want to collect stuff, you can. You know, you can kill some pals, get their loot. And as you can see, I got 5 eggs and 5 meat. Same with this one. We get 5 wool and 5 meat. So you don't have to worry about the server going to be completely extinct. Because not only do they respawn quicker, they will also have more meat, so you don't have to worry about it. It's the same with these berries, if I'm not mistaken. No, berries are the same, I think. Yeah, some items are not multiplied by the looks of it. But, yeah, it's fine, you know, you don't want to make it too powerful. But, yeah, this respawn will spawn quite fast. Now, in all fairness, the first time when you play on the server, the starting area is a little bit laggy, especially when you start to kill these pals. At least from what I've noticed. So I'm not sure if the PC is loading in stuff or the server's working on shit. But overall, the beginning area I notice is always a little bit laggy in general. But that should sort itself out. Lemball football. So when you go down, you can either follow the stairs on the path. You will find the custom-made market for players. Which will be right here. So here we have the market. So we have stuff like if you need gold, you can deliver like 1,000 stone or whatever is in here, and you get paid out. And if you want to buy stuff, you can just do the reverse. Now it is a little bit more expensive to buy stuff because again we have to farm for it ourselves, so it's a little bit more of work labor. So that this is like you can get this relatively easy if you have like these type of things, you know, like this thing generates wood, and then there's one that generates this stuff, you know, like you set your pals to work and 1 week later you have like a gazillion like stone and wood or whatever, because the server will not shut down. The server will continuously run unless maintenance is being done. So you'll have a bunch of resources in no time. So that's why the price is a little bit lower. And this is what you can buy. But that's not all. We also selling these stuff just in case you want to be lazy. You can see how much we have in stock. And you can literally just buy it from these vendors that we set up for the server. Same with the resources here. You know, we try to keep as close to the vendors' prices as possible. You can also buy some pals, and you can sell this on your own as well. So we have 2 pals available, and you can see what their stats are and what they have. So you can see it's like, hey, is that price worth it? And you can also see if they have like whatever those abilities are on the side. So this one has 3 planting, 2 handiwork, 4 wood, and 4 hauling. And it's the same for that one, but this one has an additional workaholic skill. So, and there are like not level 1, so we got some more pals on here. Now these will change over time depending on how well they sell. Same here. You know, it's like, oh, I just want to get a pal, and like, well, there you go. You can buy them here. And then we have some nice little sitting area. This is just pure for cosmetics. And then we also have like a little turtle that we made. Let me go back up again. So we have a little turtle here. We just felt fancy in making one. So this area will change a little. But yeah, I'm still working on the server. Like I said, it will be released on Friday. You should not be attacked by any of these pals. So there's no PvP as mentioned. And you literally cannot destroy anything. You can see there's no damage. But if you start building outside of the area, like here for an example, so that's outside of the area, it will take damage. As you can see, you see numbers. And I ran out of ammo. But yeah, you can see it takes damage. And when we go here, it does not take damage. So you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Raids are able, so we do have like raids, and when you do get a raid, it will be notified on your PAL box. So let me see if I can buy some more ammo. Wrong one. So we also have these running around. I'm not sure if you will be able to use them, but oh wow, that's horrible. I need more money. But yeah, things will change. the loot will change. Probably these two. Maybe that one. Depending on the demand. We swap some things out. Oh man, I'm tired. So we'll also sell some food eventually in a vendor, like for cheap. So we have like these pals working on that, and we are making like stuff. So just want to make it sure that we make it as easy as possible for starters to get started. Like I said, you can earn money, you know, by just looting stuff, and you get money relatively fast. So you don't have to worry about stuff. Yeah, we're just trying to set this thing up, and we will be selling resources here, pals, and some other stuff. But again, we still setting stuff up, and a pal has to be behind it in order for it to work, as far as I'm aware of. So, and currently I'm still leveling. I'm not that high level yet, so I still need to level up my pal box. And then once that's done, we'll add more stalls, but again, we need to level up the pal box, and that's gonna take a while. So currently the next level will be 22, and we will be able to add another vendor stall. And yeah, we'll just have a look around and see what we have to offer. And yeah, just have fun in the server. Like I said, there is plenty of space to build a base with. As long as you stay within the range, there's nothing wrong. You know, this can stick out a little, that's fine, it's not decaying. As long as your base is within the line. Now, this is still acceptable. That line that you see here, that's still acceptable. But any further than that, and it will not have a good time. So yeah, there you have it. And yeah, have fun with the server. And I hope to see you all on Friday.